Karaoke both.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for being honest. I love that. So now the question is, why do goals fail? And these are actually the real reasons. One, and the most important, is actually unresolved emotions. Something else is something I call self-sabotage. Hey, this one. We also have limiting beliefs. And then some goals are actually disconnected from our values. And finally, you're operating on pressure, not personal responsibility. So we'll be looking at each of these reasons and even giving examples for you to understand. Now, what do unresolved emotions do? They drain our willpower. And most people think they lack discipline. But what's actually happening? Let me give an example. You set a goal to wake up at 5 a.m. to exercise before work. Week 1, you're very consistent. Week 2, very consistent. Come week 3, you're exhausted, you start skipping days, and then what happens eventually? You quit. And you think, you even give up on yourself. I just surrender. I'm not disciplined. Can I tell you what's going on? In essence, you're carrying unspoken resentment from being the default caregiver. Have you ever been taking care of everyone and you forget yourself? Yeah. You're always there for everyone except yourself. I don't know whether that sounds familiar. Another thing could be you're emotionally drained from a marriage where you have to stay strong. Or maybe you're grieving a career opportunity you lost, but never had time to process, like the example I gave earlier. So every morning, your body is not lazy. It's actually saying to you, my friend, we are tired of carrying unprocessed pain. And in Kenya, many of us were taught, be strong. You shouldn't feel. Emotions are not supposed to be shown. You're weak if you show your emotions or if you feel. Now, that strength eventually turns into something we call emotional fatigue. Yeah. What I want you to note is that you're not inconsistent. You're emotionally overloaded. Okay. This one is a very interesting one. We call it self-sabotage. Yeah. Now, what does self-sabotage do? It protects you from disappointment. And how does it look like? Let me give a good example. You register for a professional course. Yeah. Or you have a great business idea, or you want to start a savings plan, and you start strong. Then you slow down. Why? Because life gets busy. Yeah. Or I give another example. You want to apply for a promotion or start your own consultancy. Deep down, what are you thinking? What if I fail and people laugh? You know Kenya, right? People can make fun of you. And not just Kenya, this is everywhere. What if I try applying for that promotion and still don't get chosen? This one is interesting. What if I succeed and people expect more from me? Do you know at times we fail because of fear of success, not because of fear of failure? I like the person who shared and said they fear starting. There is also now fearing to succeed. Okay. So instead of risking disappointment, your mind works with you very nicely and it tells you, oh yeah, my friend, let's not fully commit. That way, if it doesn't work, it won't hurt as much. I don't know who identifies with this subconsciously. Yeah. And this one is very common among firstborn daughters. Actually, firstborns. Hi, firstborns. You can say hi in the chat if you're a firstborn. It's common among breadwinners and ladies who have been disappointed before. For example, if you've been disappointed in marriage, in business, family support, or in a relationship. Yeah. Yeah, I like that laughter. Nimeona firstborns, yeah. So sometimes quitting isn't laziness, it's emotional self-protection. So your body is actually protecting you. Okay, I'll give you more examples later. Yeah. What's the other big cause of us failing at our goals? Limiting beliefs. And these ones run silently. What's the most dangerous thing about them? They don't shout. Limiting beliefs don't speak loudly. Yeah, they whisper. For example, I want to give a very simple example, not with millions. You want to save just 100,000 Kenya shillings in a year. On paper, very possible. Some have already even done the maths and you're like, it's so easy, as in it's so affordable. In reality, what happens? You keep dipping into your savings. Why? Because somewhere inside lives a belief like, people like me don't keep money. Ama, you reason out. Remember, these are conversations that happen inside our minds. And they are very quiet. And they will have even justifications. Then you're like, something always comes up. Yeah. And you start counting. The other time I tried, this and this happened. You count and the evidence is there. Remember the acronym FEAR. What does FEAR mean? Yeah, false evidence appearing real. But sometimes it can even be real evidence. Or if I have extra, my family will need it anyway, Now, if this is your mindset, if this is your belief system, please note, there is no budgeting app that can fix a belief like that one. And many of us were raised seeing financial stress normalized. I didn't say all, I said many. Especially ladies. So peace with money feels unfamiliar. Yeah. I don't know how many of us have mothers we can use as our models and say, hey, my mom had plenty of money. Yeah. So many of us grew up with mothers who are, now mine is an exception. But many of us grew up with mothers who are actually housewives. So who are you actually learning from? And there's that constant war in you. You're trying to break out, but there's something subconscious that's telling you, this limit women can't break. I don't know if that makes sense to you. You can always write in the chat and tell us makes sense. Eh? Now, key points to note, or key point to note here. Your habits follow your beliefs, not your intentions. Okay? Your habits follow your beliefs, not your intentions. You may have very good intentions, but what are your beliefs? Okay? Now, your goals are disconnected from your values. This one hits hard. This one is sensitive, by the way. You set goals that sound impressive, like you want a bigger job, you want more income, you want more visibility. If you work online like me, you want more, more, yeah? But inside, your real values are, I want peace, I want emotional safety, I want time with my family, I want spiritual grounding. I don't want drama, That is what your real values are. Okay? And I want to give a practical example. You push yourself to take on more leadership at work, but your body is anxious. So you're irritable, you feel spiritually disconnected. Why? Because the goal looks good socially, but it violates your inner values. This is a crisis. And I want to speak to Kenyan ladies here. Why are we especially prone to this one? Because number one, our society praises sacrifice. Now, this is a tough one. Church culture, sometimes, I've not said always, glorifies overgiving. The more you sacrifice, the more you are, the vibe. Family expectations reward endurance, not alignment. Yeah. Here, I want you to note, key point to note, a goal that betrays your values will always burn you out. Let me use a weird example here. Supposing you have a goal to make 100 million this year. I'm giving a big one. Then you are like, now, how can I make it easily? I see people making fun every other day at a kg of these costs, a kg of this, a kg of this, And when you look at it, it actually doesn't make sense. You look at some of the things that should cost, that give money, and you're like, yeah, this wisdom I can risk. Yeah. But you see, if it is illegal, do you think your values will align with it? Tell me. That's why we are saying a goal that betrays. Now, that one I've given an extreme example. Because what we are looking at, like leadership at work, it's something we all dream about. But the question is, does it violate your inner values? Because if it does, then it will burn you out. If it doesn't, then you're good to go. Run for it. We are here cheering you on. Okay? Another thing, you're operating on pressure, not personal responsibility. Now, this one is very subtle, but very powerful. Let me tell you how pressure sounds like. I must do this. I should do this. People expect me to, as a firstborn, as a born-again Christian, as a leader in church, as a fill in the gap for yourself. At my age, I should have Kwanza this one. Yeah. So you set a goal, for example, to build a house, or you set a goal to get married, to have another child, or to have a child, the first one, start a business. But the energy behind it is actually family pressure, age pressure, church pressure, comparison pressure, you know, or societal pressure in general. And this is what happens. When motivation disappears, you feel shame, not ownership. Why? It was never your goal. You decided to get married because you're 30, not because you are ready or you are this other age. Yeah. Or you decided to start a business or build a house or buy a car because every other person is doing it. Before you do anything, ask yourself, why am I doing it? What is the energy behind it? Is it because it is something I want because it is because of me, as in it's innate? Or is it because, yeah, that is what society expects of me? Are we still here? Give me a hi in the chat or an emoji. Yeah. Yeah. And Anne can tell us if we have several. Now, pressure creates compliance. You comply to the system. Okay. Yeah. But responsibility, personal responsibility creates consistency. If it is from me, I'll be consistent on it. But if it's coming from pressure, wherever, whichever corner, my friend, I cannot be consistent. Key point to note here, pressure can start a goal, but only personal responsibility sustains it. Yeah. So in a nutshell, what do I tell you on this? Yeah. Most of us don't need new planners. We don't need new affirmations or new goals or even a new vision board. What we need is emotional clarity. And this clarity is about, what am I carrying? Or what am I protecting myself from? Or what actually matters to me? Okay. And here, I want you to reframe this in your mind. I forgot to write here my, it should have been my, because I want you to say it. Don't unmute kindly. When you're still muted, I want you to say it out loudly. Only if it applies to you, okay? If it doesn't, you don't talk. And please remember, don't unmute, okay? My inconsistency is not a character flaw. It's an emotional signal. So now say it loudly to yourself. Let's go. My inconsistency is not a character flaw. It's an emotional signal. So don't think you're not disciplined. Don't think you're lazy. I mean, all those things we can say. It is actually pointing to something. So the question is, are you picking the signal? Okay. Now, I am very, very passionate about personal responsibility. Okay. Yeah. And personal responsibility is not self-blame. I'm not telling you to start blaming yourself. So responsibility is not self-attack. but it is reclaiming your power. Because many of us outsource responsibility to circumstances. You're like, well, this happened, Yani, there's nothing I can do about it. If only this didn't happen. If only this happened, you know? Yeah. Others, family expectations. Others outsource our responsibility to marriage. If only my husband didn't. If only my wife didn't, you know? Others to career pressure. If only I didn't have so much responsibility at work. Yeah? Okay. Other spiritual waiting. I'm waiting on God. Yeah? You know, the things we say. Well, hallelujah. And are people commenting there that they are following? Yeah? And kindly confirm.
Yes. Yes, they did send
Okay.
the highs and the thumb.
Oh, I like that. Wow, I can relate. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, thanks. Now, this one I want us to do an exercise. Remember I told you to have a pen and paper? It's time to use it. Eh? So I want you to write down, what am I tolerating that keeps me stuck? What am I tolerating that keeps me stuck? Whatever it is, you name it. Remember, please don't write it in the chat strictly. I want you to write it on your paper. When you're done, please write it in the chat, done. Don't write too many. And let me know once they write.
Okay.
Anyone? Okay.
Okay, then Maggie is done, Rosemary is done.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Oh, yeah. We have several done. Good.
Yes.
So we can go on. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your feedback. Now, here I want you to note, and this is very, very powerful. Okay? Yeah? Personal responsibility is the doorway to emotional freedom. Okay? So personal responsibility is the doorway to emotional freedom. Do you keep blaming others? You know what we say, the analogy of fingers, finger pointing. Eh? When you're pointing at someone like this, I hope you can see. Yeah? When I'm pointing at you, how many fingers are pointing at me? We normally say 3, and God is the witness, you know? So even as you blame others, always ask yourself, what role did I play in this? Okay? Yeah, because once, and remember what I said, personal responsibility is not self-blame. It is not self-attack. Okay, but it helps you because sometimes we keep ourselves in a prison when we keep blaming other people. And you know the good thing about personal responsibility, why is it a doorway to emotional freedom? Because once I acknowledge that I have a role to play in this, then it means if I am part of the problem, then I can be part of the solution. Okay, or if I am able to do something about it, then I can change the situation. You get it? Now, how does the mind and emotions really work? Now, our minds prioritize safety over success. Okay? Our mind prioritizes safety over success. So if at all a goal threatens your emotional safety, naturally, what happens? Sabotage appears. Okay? So limiting beliefs, on the other hand, are emotional memories. They are not logic. And that's why we said some of them, they're actually things that happened for real, for real. So they are at the back of your mind. Okay? But remember, they are not true. Yeah? Again, repetition programs identity. What you keep repeating, it actually defines you. And I want to give some examples. If rest feels unsafe for you, you will overwork. That's why some people overwork. Because to them, rest feels unsafe. I mean, I wasn't programmed to rest. If peace feels unfamiliar, you will create chaos. Yeah. If for you all you know is noise, you will make noise at the kids, you'll make noise at your spouse, you'll make noise at the house girl, everybody. Again, if success triggers guilt, you'll procrastinate. I said there is fear of failure, but worse than fear of failure is actually fear of success. Some of us normally feel, hey, wait, okay, I want to succeed, but what happens after that? And then you will start running examples of people who succeeded, then failed. So at the back of your mind, you put a safety net. I don't want to fail like so and so, you know? So what do? You procrastinate. Now here, the key point to note, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your emotional conditioning. This is the sad reality. Okay? That you don't rise to the level of your goals. If it applies to you, please say it loudly to yourself. Remember the rule, don't unmute. I don't rise to the level of my goals. I fall to the level of my emotional conditioning. So what is your emotional conditioning? That is the question. Now we look at emotional clarity and self-sabotage. I promised you when we were looking at self-sabotage that I would give more examples. Now, self-sabotage is actually self-protection. And it shows up as procrastination. If you procrastinate, it's self-sabotage. If you overthink, emotional eating, starting and stopping, perfectionism, all these are behaviors that show self-sabotage. Now, my question for you for mini reflection on our pen and paper. What emotion do I avoid by not succeeding? Let me repeat that question. What emotion do I avoid by not succeeding? Remember, I've not asked by succeeding. It is by not. Because many of us would want to succeed, but we self-sabotage. And I want to give a very good example that I once gave a lady and she was like, please don't speak loudly. And we are talking on phone. You know, I laughed. Yeah. Imagine you want to lose weight. That is one of your goals. But here you are, everyday pizza, you know, KFC, you know, and so many other things that you know you shouldn't eat if you're looking to lose weight. Okay. So my question is, I want you to look at it in the reverse. If, for example, I lose weight, how will I feel? So in essence, you're actually doing the opposite. You're avoiding that feeling indirectly. Then the other question you ask yourself, what does my self-sabotage protect me from? So what are you protecting yourself from? Refer to what we said earlier. What are you protecting yourself from? List. Once you're done, please write down. I'm waiting for responses so that I can go on. What is your self-sabotage protecting you from? Have we answered the question? You can go back to it later so we don't take long there. Now, then we look at negative emotions, forgiveness and peace. We talked about suppressed emotions earlier. You know, now I'm breaking down these 4 points. Now, suppressed emotions leak into habits. And guess what? Your suppressed emotions sabotage your progress. We talked about them earlier: anger, bitterness, grief, and disappointment. They block clarity. I am very, very passionate about forgiveness. Very passionate. That's why it's usually one of the lessons which we do in all our coaching programs. Now, forgiveness is self-liberation. It is not reconciliation. Please note that very keenly. You can see I even put it in bold. It is you who is liberating yourself. And personal peace is actually a skill. It's not a personality trait that you tell us, for me, that one I don't have, you know. Emotional freedom is capacity building. Allow me to use the common analogy that when you don't forgive someone, yeah, it's like you drink poison and then you expect someone else to die. Now, I hope you can see my bottle. I have a bottle here with water. I want to drink water. I want to do it I love doing it practically when I'm on this lesson. Now I just took a sip of water. Who is thirsty here? I sipped my water. Did you stop feeling thirsty because I sipped water? That is actually what unforgiveness does. I drink the poison, but I am expecting you to die. I hope we get the magnitude of this. Because for me, unforgiveness, it's not negotiable. And you don't forgive for that other person. And I know many, if I ask people to share stories here, some of us, my friend, you will give us stories that are this length, eh? Yeah. But forgiveness is self-liberation. It is for you. And when you forgive someone, let's say, for instance, if I offended you, if, God forbid, if I offended you and you forgive me, you are not duty bound to reconcile. So please, let's separate the two. When you forgive, you're not asking for reconciliation. And here the key point to note, you cannot build a powerful future while dragging emotional weight from the past. That is why we say, yeah, that the driving mirror is actually bigger than the rear ones. Yeah. Why? Because you're supposed to see more what is ahead than what is behind. That's why the rear view mirrors are very small. And you know, apparently you see behind very well with them. True or false? But that was never the goal. It shouldn't be big because we should see our future more. Now, if at all you want to have a powerful future, my friend, you can't drag. You can't have it when you're dragging your emotional weight from the past. Sometimes I read some things people write and I'm like, oh, I wish you can just liberate yourself. Because you won't go far when you're having such kind of baggage. So my plea tonight, leave the weight of the past where? In the past. That is where it belongs. I don't know whether up to there you're following, if it is making sense. Just put a comment and tell us, is it making sense? Yeah, thanks, Josephine, for the emoji. Let's hear from the others. Is it making sense? I just want to hear before we go on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's true. Thanks for the feedback. Now, what is our solution? Because we are looking at the challenges. So what is our solution? Our solution lies in emotional clarity. Once you get emotional clarity, then you're able to set your goals and work at them consistently. So what is the path? The path we follow: emotional clarity, values alignment, conscious goal setting, mind reprogramming, emotional freedom practices, and peace-driven discipline. That is the path that we follow if you want to set your goals and achieve them. And this is the work that most goal-setting seminars skip. They don't tell us all these things, okay? They skip that one. But you must have your emotional clarity for you to be consistent. Your values must be aligned to your goals. Then there's a way we set goals. You also need to reprogram your mind. And then there's a way we get our emotional freedom. There are many practices. Okay. From there now, we are able to achieve our goals. Now, are we able to do all these on our own? Maybe yes. But that is where now support creates sustainability. Okay. When you have support, you're able to create sustainability. And I want us to look at some of the things under support. Now, why does self-work alone stall? Most of us here are not lazy. We agree on that, right? Because I asked at the beginning, who agrees that they are lazy or that they lack discipline? I didn't get even one. Yeah. So most of us are neither lazy nor inconsistent. You read, you journal, you pray, you attend webinars. That's why you're even here. Yeah. You read your Bible and you do so many other things. You watch podcasts. But here is the thing. Self-work often stalls because you're trying to see blind spots from inside the same patterns that created them. So your mind protects you. Because what's familiar feels normal. So in essence, you work hard, but in circles. You go around the same mountain forever and ever, amen. Like the Israelites in the wilderness. There is no way you can be both the teacher and the student. I don't know if you agree with me. Can you be the teacher and the student? Can you be the jury and the charged and the witness? It is the same way with our minds. You can't tell us that you're working on some of these things alone. And I want to do a quick check-in. If this makes sense to you, you can raise your hand or you can type me in the chat. No explanation needed. Or you can do an emoji. Yeah, if it makes sense to you, raise your hand or type me. And without calling out names, you can tell us if there are some who have raised their hands, if there are some who have written me. If it makes sense.
Yes,
Okay.
we have.
Okay, thanks. Then number two, what's the role of guidance and accountability? Now, guidance isn't someone controlling you. It's actually someone helping you notice what you keep missing and linking emotions to action. Accountability is in pressure. It is support that helps you stay consistent when motivation fades. Remember, this is not about motivation. Yeah. And this is where clarity turns into follow through. Why? You're being guided. You're being accountable to someone. Now, my question is, again, you can tell us in the chat. If you've ever wished that someone could help you see what you're missing, type clarity in the chat, or you can raise your hand. If you have ever wished that someone could help you or see what you're missing, I mean, could help you see what you're missing. Yeah? Just type clarity in the chat.
So we have several comments.
Okay.
Several, please, yeah.
Okay. And then finally, safe spaces for emotional growth. Now, real emotional growth doesn't happen where you're performing or you're being the strong one. It happens in safe spaces. And safe spaces, it's where you don't have to explain, justify, or minimize your experience. That's how a safe space looks like. And safety allows honesty. Honesty creates clarity. And clarity is what makes consistency possible. Now, I want you to tell us, if you honestly don't have a space where you feel emotionally safe to grow, just type the word safe or raise your hand. Okay? If you don't have a space where you feel emotionally safe to grow, you can either type safe in the chat or simply raise your hand. And do we have several? You said without naming, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That we have several.
It makes sense, right? Do we agree that? And then finally, I want to say this to you very gently. If you raised your hand or you typed in the chat, there is nothing wrong with you. Okay? You're not failing. It's only that you're just doing deep work without the right container. And that is why I created the Rise and Shine coaching program. Not to push you harder, but to give you guidance, accountability, and a safe space to gain emotional clarity. Why? So that consistency stops feeling like a fight. Now, in a moment, I'll share how the program works and who it's for, so that you can decide if it's the right next step for you. Okay? If you raised your hand or typed in the chat, I want you to hear this clearly. That Rise and Shine was created for people just like you, who are capable, who are driven, and who are tired of starting strong, but not finishing. Okay? Now, this is not about motivation or discipline. Rise and Shine focuses on emotional clarity, because when your emotions are regulated and aligned, then consistency becomes natural. Now, inside the program, we work on the inner blocks that quietly sabotage follow through, while building personal responsibility that feels grounded, not heavy. So it is support, structure, and safety so that you can stop doing life on willpower alone. Okay? Let me explain it briefly so that you can decide if it's right for you or not. Okay. Number one, Rise and Shine is a structured coaching program. And it is designed to help you move from emotional overwhelm to clarity, confidence, and consistent action. We focus on three things. Number one, understanding the emotional patterns that keep you stuck. Even when you know what to do. You know, this is my goal and I want to achieve it, and I know I can achieve it. I am a go-getter, you know? So once you understand those patterns, then we go to number two. Secondly, we build personal responsibility without shame or pressure. And that we create realistic values that are, values aligned goals that you can actually sustain. And please note, this is a guided coaching, not self-work you struggle through alone. And for some people who don't like, hey, I don't want someone to give me stress. That's not the thing, okay? Yeah, so it is accountability that feels supportive, not policing. You know, the way a school teacher, the head teacher stands, you must do this. That's not what we do. We don't police. And it's a safe space where you don't have to perform or explain yourself. Okay. Now, the investment is intentional. Why? Because real change requires commitment, but it's designed to be accessible for those who are ready to take themselves seriously. So, if you've been doing everything right, but still feel stuck, it may not be new goals you need. It may be the right kind of support. And that's exactly what the program is designed to offer. So in a moment, I'll show you how to apply and what happens next. Because again, as much as we desire to help people achieve their goals, we also need to assess, are you the right fit for the program? We disqualify. So you have to apply. We see, do you align with our vision, you know? Okay. So what you need to do, you need to book a 10 to 15 minute clarity call using the attached Google Sheet in the in the chat box. I don't know whether Anne has shared it. Anne?
Not yet.
You can check it in your WhatsApp as I go on.
Okay, fine.
And share it in the chat. Okay.
Sawa.
So the conclusion of the matter, you don't need new goals. What you need is emotional clarity. And that changes everything. Everything. Let me give one testimonial before I close. Now, the Rise and Shine coaching program was a deeply healing and awakening journey for me. It helped me reconnect with my inner truth, break through old patterns, and embrace the light within. I felt truly seen, supported, and guided every step of the way. This experience didn't just shift my mindset, it touched my soul and reminded me that I am worthy, capable, and divinely guided. I'm so grateful for this space and the transformation it's packed in my life. That is from someone I call Elsie. That was her take. Okay. So next, I would wish for us to, oh, Anne is telling me. Please get ready with your questions. I'm getting to you in a minute. I'm giving you an opportunity to share your questions, your concerns, your comments. I know at times this is usually very deep. Yeah.